West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. West Ham having a good week, in fact, under David Moyes. But obviously the big talking point here is more drop points for Arsenal. They are 19 points off Manchester City at the top of the table, currently sitting 7th. Arsene Wenger came out and said West Ham were very organised at the back and they clearly had an extra day to prepare.
I mean,
that old chestnut had an extra day.
Well, they had an extra day, and they also beat Chelsea. So because we got a point off,
We're better than Chelsea.
we got a point off them, so we're actually on the up. That'll probably be what the metrics would say.
Goodness me.
Something to that effect. Do you know, he's only going to push the narrative that they're trying to get in the top 4, right? But they've never and you know, supporters will say, well, you know, nobody's in the title race because it's over, as Shaq said. But as soon as Wenger signed the contract last year, as soon as he signed it, they were dead in the water in terms of any sort of challenge. And so 19 points off at this rate and behind Burnley. Again, it's not the first time this season, it happened a few weeks ago. I mean, it just ain't good enough.
Do you remember, like, I think it was this time, maybe last year or a couple of years ago, we had the daft argument. I think they drew away against Everton. I said it was a bad result. You said, no, actually, it was a good result because we're talking about them as title contenders. The fact that this is, what, the 4th game that we're talking about today just shows how irrelevant Arsenal kind of are these days.
Yeah, I used to say that Arsenal were a team that won the games they were supposed to, and then when it came to the big games against the Chelseas and the Liverpools, then they would lose. They've actually lost that. Now you have no idea what you're going to get from Arsenal.
Listen, take
no
City,
idea.
Let's just take City out of the equation, right? Take them out. They still ain't in the title race. Take City away. Just move them.
Yeah. So they're 8 points off United.
They're still not in the title race, right? Even if we give them the grace of taking Man City out of the equation. There.
The thing for me is
Seriously.
Well, first of all, I'm not even going to try to make sense of what Arsene Wenger is selling at the moment. I don't understand it. I don't know where he's going with it. And the concerning thing for Arsenal is you see good performances like Manchester United, albeit in a losing effort. But then you see performances like this. And that is the inconsistency that continues to cost Arsenal. Is the inconsistency performances, is the inconsistency, in all honesty, from Arsene Wenger as well.
How is this possible, looking at all these teams, not just Arsenal, in the sense that it's the richest league in the world?
They're a cup side.
You know, but why are we not seeing teams dominate as much as we are Manchester City? You know, a lot of teams have spent a lot of money, let's not pretend. So why are we only seeing City perform on the field consistent?
Because the rest of them haven't been good enough. I mean, it's quite. We talked about it the other day. I mean, it's quite shocking, really.
Yeah.
For what these clubs are spending now, to not be able to. I mean, look, I'm not saying you have to put a 15-game run together like that. But can you not put? Can nobody put 10 or 11 together? Do
you know,
in this league,
it's becoming very difficult to just turn around and say teams are buying the league, because just for an average player, it's costing you 50 million.
Well, how much did Liverpool spend on Oxlade-Chamberlain?
35 million. So, you know, if you look at the numbers, you go, well, they should be doing better. But the truth is, the players are average. They're buying. The market means that an average guy is 35 to 50 million. So always trying to blame the money side of it, it's not. And Arsenal's case is they won't spend money, and also they've got a manager who
they spent a lot of money on Lacazette, I suppose,
and left him on the bench.
But and then didn't play him.
They're going to try and win the Europa League. They've won the FA Cup recently on more than one occasion, and that's the narrative they've pushed.
Sure.
But let me go back to the Man City run. Man City are only on this run because they've beaten some of these teams that were supposed to be challenging them.
Yeah.
They beat Liverpool. Mane got sent off, but they would have probably beat them anyway. They beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Yep.
They beat Manchester United. I can't remember if they've played Tottenham yet or not. I just can't remember. But they've beaten. These teams had an opportunity.
Tottenham this weekend.
We've got Tottenham. These teams had an opportunity to stop that run.